Guys, I'm going to give you insiders information to the reason why Partey did not sign the offer from Arsenal concerning his contract extension. We're also going to talk about the face-to-face meeting between Partey and Mikel Arteta this week concerning his contract extension. It's either he's staying or he's leaving. We are going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about Mohammed Kudus. Eddie Howe, the coach of Newcastle United, has given the green light for Newcastle to poach Mohammed Kudus from West Ham. And also talk about Kamaldeen Sulmana. Two new clubs have called Southampton concerning the player. We are going to talk about all this and many more. So please make sure to like, subscribe, and also turn on notification. My name is Edmund. You're watching SportsCornerGH. Quickly, let's jump into it and begin with Partey. According to reports, Partey has 90% chance of leaving Arsenal. Now, let me tell you the reason why Partey did not respond or sign the offer Arsenal sent to him concerning a contract renewal. Partey earns 200,000 per week, but then the new contract, he's going to earn less. Now, let me explain. In the new contract, it is still 200,000, but comes with bonuses and also conditions in it. So that means that if he's not able to meet those conditions, he's not going to get those bonuses. That means he's not going to get exactly 200,000 per week. And Partey says, no, see, he has already told them that he wants 2 years plus improved. Improved means that he wants 250 a week. And if Arsenal cannot guarantee him that, he's not going to sign, he's not going to respond to Arsenal. Arsenal on their side feel like this is an okay offer for you. Like, you have done well, you are still maintaining what you are receiving. Only that this time around, it counts with bonuses, like play this number of games and then you will get your amount in full. You get my point. Partey is no barging to this. And Arsenal are also going to look somewhere else if Partey leaves. Now, according to reports, Arsenal will sign another midfielder if Partey leaves the club. You all know that they are already on the verge of signing Martin Zubimendi. But if Partey ends up leaving as a free agent by 30th of June, Arsenal is going to sign another midfielder. Now, the list of midfielders they have put down to replace Partey are Nogard from Brentford, Camavinga from Real Madrid, and also Lucien Agueme. Now, these are the three players they are looking to bring in to replace Partey if Mikel Arteta fails to convince him. Now, let's talk about the meeting he's supposed to have with Mikel Arteta. Now, according to reports, Mikel Arteta wants to have a face-to-face meeting with Partey. Mikel Arteta has publicly supported Partey staying at the club. And I told you in my previous videos that before a player gets a contract renewal, a contract extension, the coach has to give the green light and say, I still want to work with this player. And that is what Mikel Arteta did in a meeting and also publicly. He has said that, see, Partey in the just ended season played very well. And the most important thing is that he was fit and playing consistently. I want to continue working with him. But everything is in the hands of the sporting director, Andre Beta. But right now, things are becoming some way. And Partey has not responded to the offer that was given to him by Arsenal. Mikel Arteta wants to sit with the player for one last time and ask him what is going on, what is going through your mind, what is going on between you and Arsenal concerning this contract. If that do not materialize, trust me, Partey is going to leave as a free agent. As I told you, reports are giving him a 90% chance of him leaving the club. Now, let's talk about other reports concerning Partey. Now, this is coming from Estadio Deportivo, stating that Partey was offered to Atletico de Madrid and they did not show any interest in signing the player because currently they are interested in signing a player from Real Betis called Johnny Cardoso. Real Betis, their midfielder called Johnny Cardoso, is on the verge of joining Atletico de Madrid, and they don't want to bring in Partey. Now, this is what we are getting from Estadio Deportivo concerning Partey. But then, guys, this is all you need to know concerning Partey. I hope I have explained everything to you, to your understanding. If you have any questions, let me know down below in the comments. Guys, moving away from Partey, let's talk about Mohammed Kudus. And I've said this in my previous video that he has changed his agents from Supernova to Roof Agency. Now, I'm happy that this has been made official First, it wasn't official, but now everybody knows it has been made official. Mohammed Kudus is being represented by Roof Agency. Now, Roof Agency is a German-based agency that represents big-name players like Kai Havertz, Virgil van Dijk, and the others. Now, Mohammed Kudus made this move simply because he wanted to play in a good club. And the truth of the matter is, the transfer market works like politics. You need the links, you need connection, who you know works in the transfer market. That is why you need a good agency to get you to your preferred club. Sometimes it's not always about your performance. You can have the best of performance, but trust me, you will not be attracted to all these big clubs until you have a very good agent. So I'm happy that Mohammed Kudus took that leap of faith to be represented by Roof Agency. Now, let's move away from that and talk about his latest transfer. In my previous video, I stated that Newcastle have mentioned Mohammed Kudus' name in an internal meeting. Newcastle's hierarchy and also the coach, Eddie Howe, were all in a meeting, and they were talking about players they wanted to sign for next season. Mohammed Kudus' name came up, and they talked about the player positively. Now, Eddie Howe has given the green light for Newcastle to pursue and also poach Mohammed Kudus from West Ham. Now, West Ham, they are holding out on Mohammed Kudus because they don't want him to leave at a cheap price. They are asking between 60, 65, 70, up to 85 million euros for Mohammed Kudus. Now, a lot of clubs believe that, see, Mohammed Kudus at 85 million euros is too high. Most of these clubs that are approaching West Ham for Mohammed Kudus want a player plus cash or a swap deal, or want to even pay lesser than the amount. But West Ham are saying no, no, no. Now, what we hear is that, according to reports, Newcastle United are preparing a swap deal, either a straight swap deal or player plus cash for Mohammed Kudus. And they believe that this would be favorable, or this would be, appetizing to West Ham to allow Mohammed Kudus to switch side. But then, guys, this is the latest update concerning the player. Let's not forget, Chelsea have not forgotten about Mohammed Kudus. They are still in the race to sign the player. They want him. They want Mohammed Kudus. Also, Arsenal are going to turn their attention back on Mohammed Kudus because they are not able to get their man Nico Williams, and Martinelli is being reported to be leaving the club. So definitely, they have not forgotten about Mohammed Kudus. He's still in there. He's still in there. So Arsenal, Chelsea, Newcastle United, these three are going to battle it out for Mohammed Kudus. And guys, that is the update with the player. New agent, Roof Agency, and also three clubs that are seriously interested in the player. But then West Ham, they are making things difficult. They are looking for cash. They are looking for money. Now, let's move away from that and talk about Christopher Bonsu. Now, Christopher Bonsu is a player that we have all come to admire in these few days, because of what he did with the Black Stars during the Unity Cup games we played. I mean, he performed extremely well. I, for one, said that this player was destined for greatness. He's going to play a big club. In the just ended season with Genk, he played a total of 28 games, scored 3 goals, and provided 4 assists. He has a contract with the club until 2028. Now, according to reports from what we hear, is that Saudi Arabian club qadsiah are interested in signing the player, and they have already agreed a fee with Genk for the player, a fee of 15 million euros for the player. And even his agents have said that this is true. qadsiah has contacted them concerning the player and everything, and they are in talks when it comes to player negotiation and personal terms. But then fee for the club, it has been already agreed, and this is a player that topped the league with the most dribbles, most chances created, and everything. A very explosive player. We also saw him when he played for Ghana. He's no joke, but he's going to Saudi Arabian club. What do you think would motivate this move? Is it the money or the chance for a new competition somewhere else? Let me know that down below in the comments. But then this is getting a lot of people talking. Now, he becomes the second Ghanaian who has gone to the club in recent times, because we also, Jerry Fee, go to the same club. He left the club and went to learn a CD logo. This is another Ghanaian going to that same club. I think this Saudi Arabian club are noticing Ghanaian players and they are picking them one by one. But then, guys, do you think this is a good move for Christopher Bonsu or a bad move? Let me know that down below in the comments. Now, let's move away from Christopher Bonsu and talk about Kamaldeen Sulmana. Kamaldeen Sulmana did not particularly have a great season with Southampton in the just ended season because they are relegated. And Kamaldeen Sulmana is going to play the championship if nothing changes with Southampton next season. Now, Kamaldeen Sulmana played a total of 26 games, scoring 1 goal and providing 1 assist. Now, so far, the team that have shown serious interest in signing the player is Atalanta. And I've already told you, the one pushing for this deal is the coach of Atalanta, Ivan Juric, who has already worked with Kamaldeen Sulmana before at Southampton. But what we are hearing is that 2 new clubs have shown interest in the player. AS Roma, Gasperini wants Kamaldeen Sulmana with his club. He's a new coach there who left Atalanta to AS Roma, and he wants Kamaldeen Sulmana. Also, Torino are the second club that have also contacted Southampton concerning Kamaldeen Sulmana. See, Kamaldeen Sulmana is becoming a hot cake in the transfer market. Hot cake, I'm telling you. As I said, sometimes it's not about your performance. You can score 1 goal, give 1 assist, and still, teams would want you because of the things you do on the pitch. Look at Kamaldeen Sulmana, Genoa, Ajax, Trabzonspor, Torino, now AS Roma. God works in mysterious ways. Yes, God works in mysterious ways. That is good for you. You understand? This is a player everybody was saying that Kamaldeen Sulmana said, but you see, we don't see what coaches see. We don't see what these scouts are seeing. They want the player. But then, guys, this is the latest update concerning Kamaldeen Sulmana. AS Roma, Torino have joined a long list of teams that have shown interest in signing the player. But then, for me, I just hope that he goes to Atalanta because of Champions League, because of the coach there, the coach that is pushing for him. I want him to go there. But then, guys, this is the latest update concerning the player. Now, let's move away from that and talk about Edmund Baidoo. Now, if you watch the FIFA Club World Cup and you notice the team RB Salzburg, then you know there's a Ghanaian player there called Edmund Baidoo. So far, he has played 2 games. He has not scored a goal yet, and he has played a total of 132 game minutes. The game against Hilal, he started. He played extremely well. I was quite impressed seeing a Ghanaian stand firm Gidigba in a game against Hilal. I was like, yeah, that is my boy. Now, this boy is just 19 years of age. He's a right winger who can also play as a left winger or a center forward. Now, he has a contract with RB Salzburg until 2029. From what we hear, Dortmund are interested in signing the player. Now, Dortmund has looked at this player, looked at how he has played so far with RB Salzburg, even in the FIFA Club World Cup, and they have shown interest in the player. But let me tell you something about this player, his background that is going to shock you. Now, in March 2024, he left Asan SKA FC here in Ghana to join Sogndal in Norway. Now, he only played few games with that club in about like 4-5 months and was signed from Sogndal to RB Salzburg. And the amount he was signed for was 3.3 million euros. Now, when he went to RB Salzburg, he became a hit for the club. Now, currently, there's another club that is showing interest in the player. In a matter of 1 year, the player has moved from Ghana here to Norway to play for Sogndal, where he performed extremely well. Then he moved to RB Salzburg in the Austrian league, where he performed extremely well. Now he's moving to Germany, to Dortmund. If that is not blessing, I don't know what else this is. Like the guy, his prayer is working for him. And I'm happy that Dortmund has shown interest in the player because I believe that this player and other players performing very well for their club side and getting clubs like Dortmund to show interest in them. They are our future. The future of the national team, the Black Stars. So with this player, I'm just happy for him because in the just ended season with RB Salzburg, he played a total of 28 games, scoring 7 goals and providing 4 assists. I just hope that he gets his first goal in the FIFA Club World Cup. But then, guys, this is the update concerning Edmund Baidoo to Dortmund. Let me know what you think about it down below in the comments. Now, let's move away from one Baidoo and talk about another Baidoo. I'm talking about Michael Baidoo. Now, Michael Baidoo's situation hurts me a lot. Let me explain. Michael Baidoo was a key player for Elfsborg in the Swedish league. See, that player played so well, both in the league and in the Europa League. He was everywhere, scoring goals, giving assists. I was looking at this player, I was like, I feel I was advocating for this player. Why is Michael Baidoo not in the Black Stars? Due to all these performances, he came into the Black Stars, performed extremely well. Only for us to hear in January of this year, 2025, that he was coming to England. I was really excited that, okay, England, yeah. But which club was he going to? championship. I was like, championship, there's no bad. Because Fatah went to championship and did well and got promoted to the EPL. Only for this player to go to the team that was already sitting bottom as at January 2025 on the championship table. Plymouth. He went to Plymouth. I was like, where would you go to Plymouth? Like, there are other clubs in the championship, clubs that have shown interest in you. Comparing championship club Plymouth and what you were doing at Osborne, be at your club. Why he came to Plymouth? Because Rooney had already killed the team by the first half of the season. They were already sitting bottom. And I knew it would be very difficult for them to even get out of that zone. But the player still came. He played. But what I noticed was that he was not a starter. That was where I started getting worried. Even at a relegation threatening team, he was not a starter. Now, let me tell you how many games he played last season. Last season, he played a total of 13 games. He wasn't a starter and accumulated 448 game minutes. If you're not seeing him in the Black Stars anymore, then this is the reason why. He's not a starter. He's not playing anymore. You're not hearing of him. He's not scoring the goals. He's not giving the assists. That is where I started getting worried. Because, you see, Plymouth signed him from Elsborg for 1.7 million. And that is Elsborg record transfer, like signing so far. The club's record so far. I believe he should have made a better career choice than going to Plymouth, who were already sitting bottom as at that time. But God being so good, there's another opportunity to, give his career a boost because a club in Qatar has shown interest in him. Now, this club in Qatar, in the just ended season, they finished second. The name of the club is Salal SC. Salal SC. I've not heard of the club before, but when I went to check, they finished second. They were the runners-up. So I believe it's a good club in Qatar. He's not only going there for regular game time, he's going to get more money. Financially, this is a very good move for the player. So for Michael Baidoo, I just hope that somehow, he gets his career like on the right track. But currently, it's not on the right track because he's a very good player with a very great prospect. It's just that it has not really gone well. But then, guys, this is the latest update concerning the player Michael Baidoo. Now, let's move away from Michael Baidoo and talk about Alexander Djiku. Alexander Djiku left Strasbourg as a free agent in 2023 and joined Fenerbahce. At Fenerbahce, he was so good. Even under Jose Mourinho. What? Father and son. He played extremely well, aggressive. You don't even know he's 30 years of age. He played extremely well. He playing every day, playing every time. Very fit, every single time playing for Fenerbahce. Now, what we hear is that the player is willing to leave Fenerbahce for other, challenge. He wants somewhere. He wants to feel the heat. He wants to feel the edge once more. And guess what? Clubs have started showing interest in Alexander Djiku. Club number 1, OGC Nice. OGC Nice have started showing interest in Alexander Djiku and have started speaking to the player concerning a possible move and bring him back to the French Ligue 1 because of his experience. Club number 2, Toulouse. They have also shown interest in the player. They want to bring the player back to French Ligue 1. But then Fenerbahce have set the asking price for Alexander Djiku. It is 5 million euros. You want Alexander Djiku, then you pay 5 million for the player. But then, guys, this is the latest update concerning the player who played 38 games for Fenerbahce in the just ended season, scoring 1 goal and has been impressive. A key figure for Jose Mourinho's side. But then, guys, let me know what you think about all this down below in the comments. I've talked about 7 Ghanaian players concerning their transfers and everything. If you want more, don't forget to like, subscribe, and also turn on notification. My name is Adam. I'll make sure to see you in the next one. Charlie, we go viral.